Hey there guys, welcome back to another one of my high Capa kit videos. I will start with an apology. I am very sorry if the video becomes choppy or freezes. My laptop that I do the recording with this really isn't coping too well with the heat and it is overheating a little bit, so sorry in advance, but please do stick with me. So in this video we're going to have a look at this, my 3D printed lightweight high Capa build, and what we're going to go over specifically is the fitment of this new aluminium Garda frame. So I'm going to start off just by taking this down. I think my last video was a video on the actual spec of this pistol, so we're not going to go into that today. But what we are going to look at is we are going to look at the actual frame itself. So how was the build journey with this? Pretty good, to be honest. So as a quick recap, this aluminium frame weighs about 110 grams less than the stock TM frame. Fitting, the grip went straight up and in, no problem. Very little to no gaps around kind of like the joining places, which is quite nice. Something which I noticed in my unboxing or unbagging video, if you like, I'll see if I can get it on camera there, is where you have the dual thumb safeties. Is I noted that there was a gap in the frame here. Well, it turns out that the frame is actually recessed. It is actually tapped. So you can take the blank out of a stock frame if you're only single side safety and put the blank in. It was an incredibly tight fit. I don't know if you can quite see that on there. It was an incredibly tight fit in here. It's not 100% all the way in, but it was enough. I really did give it a good shove in as well. So it fitted quite nicely in the end. So it is a single-sided frame, which has kind of appeased my dirty little OCD. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that kind of the bottom half has gone together with it. So moving on, the actual kind of chassis, if you like. So Cow do a chassis, and that fitted to my TM frame absolutely fine, no problems. This took a little bit of work. So the first problem I had, if you like, was the disconnector. It didn't fit in through the gap here very well. So what I had to do, I had to take a file just into this gap here and just kind of open it out a little bit. Took it from the top, took it from the bottom, just to get that so that it was easily moving. After I did that, absolutely fine. And I mean, it was just, a slight, leftover casting. It was just a slight couple of rubs with a very small file, one of these things, just kind of into that gap there, just to get the bits off that were missed. And it's been absolutely fine. Obviously clean it down, lots of oil. So the actual chassis itself, all the parts fitted in without any issues really. Taught myself to put the springs back together correctly, because apparently if you put them the wrong way round, it doesn't like to fit together, so my bad there. However, what I have noticed is because this is all aluminium now and not kind of the cast feel, the knocker, it doesn't feel grindy, but you can kind of tell it's a cheap metal on a cheap metal. So I'm not sure what the longevity of that will be. I'm not sure if I need a stainless part to go in here. But we'll see. But I mean, it works, so I'm quite happy it works. So we'll just see kind of how that comes out. So then, as we're moving around, so the frame went together without too many problems after that point. Trigger was a little bit off. I had to kind of manipulate the trigger ring just a tiny bit to get it perfect. Don't know if that was more my trigger ring, how I badly fitted it previously or not, but at first the trigger was a little bit spongy, little bit of a maneuverment, and it's all in. It's almost like the frame is just slightly holding the grip slightly off from what the TM frame was, so that was a thing. Yeah, and then the thumb plunger thing, that's gone through absolutely fine, no problems at all. So actual fitment. So my 3D printed slide is a pretty tight fit. We did this in the unbox video. as well, and we saw that, yes, the frame holds stuff pretty well. But then my slide release, that is a slightly looser fit than what my old one was as well. However, it works. It's a lot lighter. Test shooting, the thing is unbelievable. And we've got our first outing due in a couple of days. So I'm quite confident that it's going to perform. It is so light. So light. It's unbelievable. And overall, I am exceptionally happy with it as a build. So I think this has got a couple more toys to come in. I'm in talks with AirTac, Make It 3D, just about trying to put some finishing touches around this. And then I think this will be ticked off as a lightweight high Capa build. And it'll be done. So there you go, the Garda frame. Does it fit? Yes, it does. Does it need a little bit of work? Yes, it does. For £40 or £42, I think, at the moment, because of the exchange rate, is it worth £42? Yes, it is. Would I recommend you go and buy this frame to go with, say, an AM slide when you're doing a really, kind of really high-end build? No, I wouldn't. But what I would say is if you're looking to make a skirmish pistol or a lightweight build, something where, it's not going to be a £1,500 to £2,000 monster, is it worth a try for 40 quid? Absolutely. I definitely think you should go and try one. Okay, thank you very much. Apologies that we don't have the camera up here today. Like I say, the laptop is having an absolute meltdown in this heat, so we're doing what we can. If you like the video, please hit that like. I'm going to hopefully do a bit more Capa footage over the next couple of weeks. May even get some gameplay in for you as well. Hit that sub button, and thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.